fish spoons for salmon. So in our opinion, the most important part when selecting a spoon for salmon fishing is the profile. Notice how I say profile and not size. So as you can see, these two spoons are the exact same size, but one of them has a hoochie trail, so this will give it a bigger profile. And this is important to match the size of the bait fish that are in the natural area of the salmon, because if you have little baby herring, something like this is going to work great compared to if you have maybe like long sand lance, something like this might work good, or adult herring, or maybe anchovies, maybe you want a bigger spoon. It's called matching the hatch. So what we like to do is when we do catch a salmon, we'll cut it open, see what's in its stomach, and we'll try to most closely match what we can to our selection in our box. We'll try to match the bait to what we have in our box. This will put the most accurate representation of what they're feeding on down in the water. It'll give them something to key in on. So there's a couple options you can do with spoons. You can run them straight out of the downrigger clip, or you can run them behind a flasher. If you do run them behind a flasher, we recommend at least 42 inches between the spoon and the flasher, so that way your flasher isn't kicking your spoon around and your spoon can give it natural swimming action. Or it's always good to just run it straight out of the clip. You can't go wrong by doing that either. And what we like to do is, from the factory, these spoons come a little bland. So what we like to do is we like to take the nose, tip it up just a little bit, and take this and give it a nice cupping crease with your finger. Not a bend, more of a smooth radial cup. This will just dig a little extra water and give your spoon that much more action. You usually never fish these plugs behind a flasher. They're strictly fished 30 to 40 feet behind the downrigger ball. And the reason you let them so far back is so every time you do an outside or inside turn, the plug will dive deeper to the bottom, or it'll float up, because these will float if you just leave them in neutral water. But when you pull them forward, the harder you tow, the water gets shot off the face of the plug and it digs deeper. It swims kind of like a herring or a bait fish would in the water. So if you want to see a whole separate video on plugs with maybe some underwater footage, leave it in the comments and we'll try to make that happen for you. One super important thing with both plugs and spoons is to have super sticky sharp hooks. So what we like to do is every time after a trip, we'll cut our hooks off and throw them away in the trash, and we'll put a new hook on for next time we go out. This is just to ensure that when you do get that bite, it's gonna stick. One little test we like to do to make sure it's sharp enough is we'll put the hook on our fingernail, and if it slides off your fingernail, it's not sharp enough. So as you can see, this one's a little dull. If we take a new hook, I don't think the spoon's ever been used. Nope, it still has its barb on it. You can see we put that on the fingernail, balances right on it. So you can see that hook is sticky sharp. Hope y'all enjoyed that video. Tight lines.